Hello and welcome to the Dubai Science Park podcast. We're here today in the Dubai Science Park for the Longevity Summit with GCLS. And my guest today is Professor Karim Nayernia. And I'm super excited to talk to him about everything longevity and aging. Hello, Professor Karim. How are you?
Hi, thank you. Thank you very much.
Please tell us, what do you do?
Yes, we are doing on the molecular and cellular science, yes. And basically, we established a new model of the medicine called P7 medicine, which is predictive prevention, precision, personalized medicine, and personalized patient management. And the main aim is to have the lot of data which we have on the field of the molecular and cellular medicine. For example, epigenetic data and genetic data and cellular data, and organize and manage that in that manner for the physician, yes, that we could establish a personalized treatment plan for the patient, mainly on the field of the molecular therapy, gene therapy, and cellular therapies.
So when we talk about reimagining aging, what does that mean?
That means we are now working on the concept that we have, if it is possible, we started about 5 years ago, to reverse the aging, not to have the healthy longevity or healthy aging, but also if it is possible to reverse back the aging. And this is very important because the age of a person, it is only a number. For example, if you are telling, for example, a person is 40 years old, yes, it is 40 times 365 days. And because it is on the earth. And if you imagine, if you are on other planet, yes, that, for example, the year, it is the half of this year.
Right.
The 40 years is 80 years old. And if you are in other planets, yes, could be possible that you have 20 years. And now it is done, the numbers or the age is very relative, yes. And if you look at here, we have the chronologically aging, but we have also biological aging. And the biological aging means that your molecules or your genes is aged. And it should not be exactly your real age. For example, if it is possible that some person is 40 years old, but it is in biological aging is 30 years or even 35 years old, or it is 45 years. And we can determine now on the molecular level how is the aging. And the idea is, if, for example, if we incubate or we change the environmental of the cells, yes, if it is possible, I will explain my talk, to bring back again the cells in the younger stage. For example, in one of our college, he is now 65 years old, yes, and we isolate the cells and put some molecules on that, yes, and bring these cells to the 2 years old.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And then if, for example, we isolate the exosome or we have the extract of these cells and the idea and incubate with the cells of this man here, if it is possible to bring back again and reverse the aging.
Oh, wow.
And this is very interesting that on the molecular and the cellular levels, yes, we have the other concept of the aging than, for example, in the whole organism.
Yeah, now with a lot of the wearable techs. So I know there's the rings, for example, that we wear to monitor our sleep. They do tell you your biological age. And I know a lot of people are very shocked to see that even if they're in their 30s, their biological age is in their 40s because they're not taking care of themselves. So it's very interesting to see that you could then reverse that with different ways. But before we get into that, obviously, welcome to Dubai.
Thank you.
And I know it's only been the morning, but how did you find the summit so far?
This was a kindly invitation from the Professor Dominic, yes, to invite me as a lecturer here, yes.
Yeah.
It was very good, yes, because I think it is very well organized, yes, and it is multidisciplinary, yes. It is a very important point, because if I am looking forward to the morning in the programs, yes, I see it is different subject on that, yes. And we need it in the longevity, yes, as you know, in this Revenge program, yes. we have a different biological and medical system, microbiome, mental health, yes, because the mental regeneration plays an important role, yes, because the people are aged when he are thinking or she are thinking that they are aged, yes, and therefore the mindset is play an important set. And then I see that the program, it is very multidisciplinary, yes, and very well organized, yes.
Oh, I'm glad you like it. When is your talk?
In 40 minutes.
Oh, today. Okay. Okay. And what are you talking about?
I will talking about exactly what I'm telling now. It is reverse aging, yes,
Okay.
or Revag program, yes, Revag. That means reverse aging, and how is possible that to reverse aging?
So now, are you saying that very soon, in the next few years, people will be able to live up to 120, 150 years, but their body will be younger?
Of course, because in our genome we have our genome is this biological situation which we have. It is only the result of the 3% of our genome. That means our genome is 97% still inactive. And if you look at which genes could be activated, now the scientists found, for example, one of some other genes, if we are living healthy, some genes will be activated if we are 60 or 70 years. And it is possible that that gene is activated and take the biological role in, for example, further 60 or further 100 years more. And nobody know, for example, how is the potential aging of human. If it is 60, 70, but 60, 70, 100, it is under this condition which we have it is. And a lot of, as you know, industrial stress, yes, and big cities and so on. And it is not a healthy living of human. And if you are living healthy, yes, it is of course possible, yes, to have it 100 or 120 and even 150 years and in with a healthy aging.
But do you think when it comes to reverse aging, is that something that will widen the gap between people who can afford medical healthcare or can't afford it?
I think it is both, because aging is a personalized manner. That means every person is aged in one of organs, yes, not in whole organs.
Yeah.
For example, some persons are kidney ager.
Yeah.
Some person are heart ager or mental ager, yes. And if you could find out, yes, in this research program, yes, what is the type of the aging of these persons, yes, and exactly on that point, yes, we can, for example, have a intervention, yes, to bring it back, because if this part is, for example, push a person into the aging, and if you could, for example, block this or bring back, we can then bring the whole organism back. And many of the disease, for example, which we have from age 40, yes, it is age-related, especially cancer. We can prevent cancer. We can really prevent cancer because one of the program here, it is the repair aging. And that means our body or our cells lose the repair capacity. And if you could, for example, increase it again, yes, that means we can then inhibit the mutations and inhibit the cancers, yes. We published 2 months ago a very interesting paper about that, yes, how we could, for example, prevent cancer as an age-related disease very efficiently, yes.
Oh, wow.
And we have a guideline there, yes. And for example, neuronal aging, it is the same, the other one. The disease like ALS, yes, like MS, yes. All of that, they are disease which they are related to the aging. And if you could, for example, reprogram the cells, yes, you could then inhibit the initiation of that disease.
And do you think that people are aware of reverse aging being possible, or do you think there's some education that needs to happen?
There's some education to happen, because even the physician, yes, didn't know about the longevity. And it is, I think we are very, very thankful for Professor Dominic Thor, yes, that to have established such a conference here, yes, and for education, yes, and to give the information about that, yes, because even if now, I think more than 80% of the physician, yes, didn't know, okay, what is the aging and what is the longevity and what is the reverse aging program, yes. And this is, I think it is a very ultimate and urgent need for the education programs, yes.
And what else do you think governments or countries could be doing in order to help this whole reverse aging and longevity movement?
I think the first is that to support financially, especially, such a conference. Yes, this is very important. Yes, because if we have such a conference, we can, for example, give this information to the other people. Yes, and to have first physician, yes, and then the public, yes, that they are aware about this program. Yes. This is the first which a government can do it, and the second one is to or to finance or to have some politic for the insurance, yes, that the insurance include the longevity program and reverse program, yes, in this insurance program, which is not, at the moment, it is not the case, yes. It is preventive. Preventive is very good. Preventive is the first step of the longevity and healthy longevity. But I think it is only the first step, yes. We go forward to the other steps. And all of these should be included in the insurance policy, yes, that the insurance pay it, yes. And this is then, I think, that this two main step. And to include at the university module for the physician, yes, especially the longevity and healthy longevity program and reverse program, yes, as well, yes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much, Professor Karim. This has been enlightening, and I'm looking forward to your talk.
Welcome. Thank you very much.